This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, well, welcome to the 2020 Ben Premier Real Estate Broker Awards. I wish we could be doing this like we did last year at a luncheon over at McMenamins. That was a lot of fun. Really, I'm hoping that next year we will have that opportunity. It's been a challenging year, that's for sure. Who would have thought at the point of time when COVID hit and we had our stay-at-home orders for 2 weeks to flatten the curve, that would result in 2 years or in a full year of flattening the curve and having up and down. Can we do this? Can we go out to dinner? Can we go to the gym? What's the latest rules? And making sure we try to stay compliant, yet at the same time conducting our business. We are very fortunate that right from the start, we were recognized as an essential business, and our work in real estate and representing buyers and sellers in Central Oregon was not interrupted. It was again, a challenging thing to overcome that, but we recognized early on that we had some wonderful tools that we could utilize, such as Matterport, to be able to use Matterport so people could virtually tour our listings prior to actually having showings. That was a great tool, which is still being used quite a bit right now. Very, very pleased with all of that. Also, who would have thought that 2020 would be our best year ever as far as real estate sales? It was our best year ever. We had 561 closed sales at a volume of $300 million. Hard to believe. Our best year before that was 2016, where we had $240 million in closed sales. So 300 million in closed sales was tremendous. The prices having gone up the way they have, the number of sales also have gone up. We closed 519 closings in 2016, and again 561 in 2021. And so it looks like that was 2020 that we closed on that, but it looks like 2021 is continuing those trends, and we shall see how this all goes on during this next year. I know we're starting this year different than we did last year in that no inventory is really impacting us. Last year when COVID hit, we had about 4 months of inventory. Now with 2 weeks supply of Ben single family homes, we have almost no inventory. And of course, prices are escalating, and I'm just amazed at what's happening as far as bids to get the property. Very challenging times, but it's great. I mean, we are doing really well with this. Our brokers are doing really well in working the multiple offer situation, and things are definitely happening. We have represented clients in 2021 within Oregon as far away as Hermiston, Lakeview, Ashland. So we have sales all over the state. Right now we have a sale in Astoria. So recognize that we are covering a lot of the state right now, and things continue to happen. We had a very good January. Looks like bookings for February are going very well as well. During 2020, our breakdown as far as our 561 closed sales, we had 467 residential sales. We had 1 business opportunity, 1 farm, 3 commercial leases, 41 land, 1 commercial building sale, and that was a $3 million sale. And we also had 2 residential income sales. Last year, we were the number 5 brokerage total in Central Oregon for volume of sales. The year before, we were number 6, so we moved up one point. And since we opened our doors in 2011, we have sold almost 4,200 properties worth roughly $1.7 billion. So it has been a real phenomenal thing that who would have ever thought when we opened our doors in 2011 in the height of the recession that we would result in being a real dynamic real estate brokerage. Well, I knew that because you guys are awesome, but who would have thought that we would get to that point so quickly and do so well and consistently. During 2021, the focus of our brokerage will be, this is something we've been working on, and I'm kind of excited about it. I'm going to start doing this, incorporating video into our business. Has been on things on the back burner for a long time and about ready to start doing it. If any of you have a pressing desire to try to start doing some blogging or some reports by video. Look at some of the YouTube channels that show video. We would love to use you guys, whoever wants to do this, as a guinea pig. If you want to incorporate that into your business, please let us know. I would be happy to start utilizing you. I'm going to be doing it myself. So I'll see how these things progress. We've got some editing capability on it all. So this is what we needed to be doing for the last couple of years. And so this has been one of our weaknesses. I'm going to make it one of our strengths going forward in 2021. That's the goal. Also in 2021, we have a brand new mobile app coming on board. I think I've shared with you that Smarter Agent that's been the host of our mobile app for the last 8 years. The business is shutting down. Got word about that, and they are shutting down. They were bought out, and the company that bought them decided to shut them down, even though they were tremendously successful across the country. As a result, I started searching for a new mobile app hoster, and I think the new hosting company has a product that's going to be wonderful. The company's Homestack, and they're branding an app for us, for each of you. They're transferring, if you've been using your mobile app and tracking clients that way, they're transferring all those clients to the new mobile app, so you can still utilize and see what your clients have been looking at. And also, there's going to be a lot of great training on it. This app is more like a Zillow look, which will be great to be able to compete more directly with Zillow on this. So I'm pretty excited about this mobile app. It should be coming forward probably within a month, and we'll be having some significant training on it. Should be great for everybody. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, also during 2020, we welcomed several new brokers into our brokerage. We have Ashley Mahana, who joined us, Courtney Latham, Jamie Berry, Jane Lloyd, Katie McGinnis, Christy Heimuller, Scott Robinson, Sherry Johnson, Tara Cadeau, and Wally Drake. We also, let's see here, who else is in here. That's the current new people who joined us. And then also, I didn't need to recognize some of the people who have been with us a little longer than that and longer than that in all their work that they've been doing. For instance, Angelie, dealing with homeschooling of her 3 sons, also working on her business, and she had 8 sales through COVID, in addition to homeschooling. I don't know how she possibly does that. Got to be challenging to be juggling all that. Bill Raven, who keeps on dealing with COVID restrictions while working with his clients. And we all learn things through this whole aspect. Every time you deal with a new real estate transaction, there's something new to be learned. With Bill, we've learned some stuff regarding non-refundable earnest money, which has been extremely helpful. Bob and Diane C, working through broken bones, still making things happening. Bless Diane, she's dealing with some repairs and recovery from some broken bones. Debbie, I'm just amazed at Debbie Walsh, what she's been able to do. Right now, she's dealing with a lot of land sales. Some of these land sales, her listings priced at what we thought were really above market pricing, which were more seller pricing. And hey, the sellers were right. You know, these things are in contract, and bless Debbie for continuing on with that. And of course, Danny, we already acknowledged him as a brand new grandfather. Awesome. Herline Dillard, after probably a good year and a half, having to deal with multiple surgeries on her ankle, back healthy, working again, wonderful. And then of course, Holly, thrilled to sell her son's home in Hermiston and bringing her family back to Central Oregon, and her grandchildren, 2 grandchildren now. Jack, bless Jack, our state legislator, working hard in Salem, and a lot of committee meetings locally, supporting real estate issues. Hopefully, the kind of thought process Jack has regarding making sure that home mortgage interest deductions stay in place, that there's no real estate transfer tax added, all those sort of things will be adopted and accepted by the state legislature, and he'll continue to fight for home ownership across the state. course, Joe Hindle, working from home, working hard from home, dealing with staying safe through COVID. Karen, back to work after health issues, and she has an amazing listing in Sisters, some acreage property up there, and I'm excited to see what happens with that. Keely, she sold her home, and those 4 deals we have in Medford area, a lot of those, most of those are coming from Keely. She knows how to work Medford, so good for her. Peter, working so hard. I mean, I've talked with Peter a number of times, frustrations of dealing with buyers who, you know, multiple offers many times, trying to get the deal together, doesn't come together. It comes together, and then the buyer's backing out. So he's had great sales, but he has a whole lot more that if we had enough inventory could come together. So Peter, I know you're persistent and working hard on it all. And then Robert, despite COVID, showing property, double masked, making things happen, and working. And Robert, I admire you tremendously for doing that at, you know, just, you had a great year. You had a great year, and your hard work in dealing through all of that, working, even though, you know, we have a lot of fear of COVID, but you're proof that double masking, hand sanitizer, social distancing does work, and you can keep on working through it. Yeah, so great, Robert. Thanks. Sheila, I don't know if you guys know that Sheila was hosting missionaries from Uganda when COVID hit. They were just supposed to be there for maybe a week. They were there for months because all flights back home to Uganda were stopped. And so she had months of, I think it was 5 people living in her home, hosting them and taking care of them as a result of COVID. And so Sheila, her persistence in dealing with, I shouldn't say unwanted house guests, but house guests that probably overstayed their welcome, and being gracious through the whole thing. And that is a proof of who we are as people, helping out when necessary. So Sheila, wonderful job. And then Cinda, who successfully closed a burned home, house that had burned, and bless these poor people who had no home insurance, no fire insurance. And so dealing with that, dealing with the emotions connected with that, and then successfully getting that closed so her sellers can move on with their life. And in between that, doing pickleball and wine sampling. So that's wonderful. Stephanie Eggerly, working hard from home, dealing with COVID restrictions, getting a very challenging listing in the Lapine area that I know we still need to get in contract. Very challenging. So if anyone has a cash buyer looking for a project, see Stephanie. And then of course, Stephanie Waugh, who's working out in South County, keeping things going down there. This has all been a lot of who our brokers are, and I'm just so proud of all of you keeping things together, working hard despite the challenges we're facing. So this comes to the next thing. We set up this year different awards. I wanted to acknowledge people in different categories. We have our gold awards. These are our awards for individuals who sold between $5 million and $10 million in 2020. And in no particular order, need to acknowledge all these people. And there were a lot of you. First, Catherine Miller. So Catherine, 18 closed transactions plus a huge referral. And with Catherine, we all learned that a referral can be whatever you set it to be. So recognize it doesn't necessarily have to be 25% of a side or 20% of a side. Recognize it's whatever you negotiate. So you can negotiate a very generous referral for yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. Based upon whatever it is that you determine is the quality of the person you were referring, the knowledge that you have of them, and whatever you can negotiate with the agent on the other side. So referrals are a phenomenal part of our business, and Catherine did a great job with that. Next person is Tina. So Tina also had 18 closed transactions in the year, and Tina works really hard in, she deals a lot with land and rural properties as well as houses but her land or rural properties there's some unique things that we have to work through with them, and she does a great job. And so Tina, congratulations on continuing on. Had a really phenomenal year despite COVID, and right now I know she's working on some more stuff. Elizabeth is our next person. Elizabeth had 11 sales, and she should have had 12. She had one very, very difficult one that should have closed in November. It finally closed in 2021. So we said, hey, this is the start of your new year with this closing that should have happened last year. And we all learned a lot through that closing. It's challenging. And I can share with you guys that when you're dealing with a clients, I should say, who in the midst of real estate transaction elect to divorce, it's challenging. And so recognize that there is a big learning curve on that. And like I say, every difficult deal that you work through can result in a lot of great knowledge that you can use for the next transaction. So congratulations, Elizabeth. Diane Lozito, 14 closed sales in 2020. And she has a whole bunch of new listings coming up in March. So Diane, awesome, awesome job. You've been working so hard. She is so thorough on how she puts things together, and I am so impressed at the way she studies her transactions, recognizing and seeing errors that the other side has done, making sure they're corrected, and also doing a phenomenal job in working through her deals. So congratulations, Diane. Next person, Rob Lindbergh. 12 sales, a lot of effort to find properties for his buyers. I know he's got a lot of buyers. Again, like I think most of you do, a lot of buyers you're just struggling to find property for. But despite the challenges of that, Rob successfully closed 12 sales. So a lot of good hard work for Rob. Kelly Johnson, 11 sales in between caring for and schooling her 2 young sons. Now I know that I think the sons are back to school. They're young, but I know juggling a heck of a lot of stuff in working her business as well as working with her children. And so you parents out there, I don't know how you would, I don't know how I would have done that. There's just no way. It would have been so challenging if my kids were still young and I'd have to be making sure they got their schoolwork done and all that, in addition to working really hard in your business. So Kelly, congratulations. I admire you, definitely. Sherry Hilton, 11 sales, 11 successful closings. And Sherry has a phenomenal way of making sure that she finds people to sell who didn't think they were ready to sell. She is great at working her sphere and connecting with people she's connected with in the past and finding out, are you ready to sell? And getting those listings. I don't know how she does it. She does a great job with it. And so we could all learn a little bit from Sherry in working your past database and connecting with your past clients, people you've sold homes to, reaching out to them and finding out, yeah, you've owned that home for a while. Are you thinking of selling? By the way, the market has changed. You could get an awful lot. You've got a lot of equity in your home right now. So Sherry, phenomenal job. Liz Shatterly, 9 sales, taking care of all the small and all the big things left undone. That's Liz. I can say that Liz, I would say of all of our brokers, I'd say probably Liz and Robert are the 2 that work the hardest to make sure their clients take care of the things they're supposed to take care of. As far as, you know, even if like there's something that needs to be painted, have you contacted the painter? And by the way, if there's something that needs to be addressed with the septic system, have you got that organized? Do you need names? Do you need some additional help with that? So, I mean, that is Liz through and through. Whatever needs to be done, it gets done through Liz. Next is Colleen Dillingham. 10 sales representing her clients' needs. And she always has a smile on her face. She's always working hard on behalf of her clients. Not that I could see Colleen's smiles this year. I hope I can do it again soon. But it's, you know, challenging times too. We're at an age where we're dealing a lot with family issues. We have older parents, if you still have parents who are maybe having health issues yourself, so you're balancing taking care of family in addition to doing your business. And, you know, I think Then Premier brokers are really, really good at recognizing and taking care of people, be it their family, be it their clients. And Colleen epitomizes that. Okay, now here is our first break. So I have a trivia question. I have two actually. And for these first two trivia questions, I have a $10 Chick-fil-A, I don't know if you guys can see this, a Chick-fil-A gift certificate to give away, one for each. So here they are. And so if you guys want to participate, get ready with the chat button. So here is the first trivia question. And again, these are related to real estate. So the needle on top of the Empire State Building was originally intended for what purpose? Anyone have an idea? Some good, hey, Robert, you got it. I think Robert is the one who has it. And here's my question for you, Robert.
My dad was born in 1916, and I grew up in New Jersey. He used to ride his bicycle over to watch the George Washington Bridge being built and the Empire State Building. So wow. I know all about the mooring of dirigibles.
That's it. The spire on top of the Empire State Building was intended as an anchor for blimps.
Yep.
Can you believe it? People would be, that was the thought. They would be flying down in New York, Manhattan, and moor their blimp to the Empire State Building. I don't know how they would get from the blimp to the building, but that was the thought process of that. Obviously not used. Good job, Robert. Okay. Now I think there's one person in our brokerage who may have a, here's the next question. And someone in our brokerage may have a little opportunity to know better than others on this. There is a custom in Scotland to paint your front door when what happens? So, guys, ready? Answer your. No, that's not it, Peter. No, that's not it, Jane. That's not it, Eric or Courtney. Bill, perfect. Bill Raven. Congratulations, yep. Bill. Mm-hmm. It's when the mortgage is paid off. Yep. Bob, see, time to streak Scotch. Good job. Bill, how did you know?
Hilarious.
Yeah, when the mortgage is paid off, you paint your door red. So, Bill, how did you know that?
I heard it at one of the Oregon annual conferences.
Wonderful.
So
do you know that?
It's in England too. It's England as well.
And in England, they do that in England?
Yeah, they do it there too.
I did not know that. I knew it was in Scotland. I know in the United States during colonial times, if you painted your door red, it meant that weary travelers could stop safely at that house for a needed rest. So that's basically being welcoming to people. And that was the thought process in Scotland. But, you know, that's great. Congratulations. So you also get a Chick-fil-A gift certificate.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's moving on. Okay, the Platinum Award winners. Now, the Platinum Award winners are, again, individuals. This is not teams. These are individuals who sold between $10 million and $20 million as individuals. That's a lot. In 2019, we had 3 who were in this category. In 2020, we had 6. That's tremendous. I mean, that's a great increase, and it can't all be attributed to the fact that we had homes cost more. It's also due to a lot of hard work, a whole lot of hard work. And the first person who is in this category is Otis Craig. Otis Craig had 23 closed sales in 2019, 23. Almost 10 million more in sales in 2020 than he had in 2019. That's a huge increase, and that shows what hard work can do. And Otis has started 2021 exactly the same way. Otis, you are a rock star this year, every year, but this last year, it's just phenomenal how hard you have worked and how much it's paid off. And again, you're starting this year exactly the same way. You're continuing on. So congratulations, Otis, Platinum Award winner. Next person, Kate Cushman. Kate had 17 closed sales, and that's phenomenal. But the thing that's also really phenomenal is her average sale. Her average sale of those 17 is over $1 million. So she is definitely dealing in the high end, and this year started exactly the same way. You guys have seen her new listing in Tethro, and I know she has a showing right now, so she's probably not here, so hopefully she'll be able to see the recording of this. So she's starting this year exactly that same way, and phenomenal work. Next person, Danielle Gates, 16 sales, and Danielle has the second highest average in her sales of 800,000. So that's her average sale in 2020. Congratulations, Danielle. Hard work, really hard work, learning, being persistent, finding property that works for your clients, and learning everything you can about the property. You've become an expert in a lot of stuff, and so congratulations, Danielle. Next person, Kathy Hovermail. She had 20 sales. Even one that she was ready to give up on and let the listing go, it closed too. And congratulations, Kathy. I know you have worked so hard. You've been so COVID careful, and you've had your best year ever, even with all the COVID issues that we've had to deal with. So congratulations, Kathy, and congratulations on your new puppy. It's wonderful. Next, Eric Andrews, Platinum Award winner. Platinum did this, Eric did this, he had 36 closed sales. I don't know how he managed to do 36 closed sales. I mean, that is phenomenal and outstanding, Eric. I asked him once, because I knew he had a whole bunch of stuff in contract at the same time. I said, how are you keeping this all squared away? Are you and he said, it's challenging, that's for sure. You're juggling inspections and showings and all that. When you have that many sales, that's a lot. So congratulations, Eric. And the next Platinum Award winner is Sherry Ortega, 19 sales. And she also had the third highest average within our brokerage of $754,000. So she's also working the high end and working it very, very well, and has a brand new listing coming on board, which is in that same genre. And so Sherry, she keeps on working. My goodness, I never know what's going to happen next. So congratulations, congratulations, Sherry. So next we have another real estate trivia question, two of them. So for this one, I don't know if you guys can see, I have Starbucks cards, $15 Starbucks cards. So in this one, here's the two questions. First one, in 2007, let me pull up my chat here so I can read. In 2007, real estate magnate and hotelier Leona Helmsley left $12 million in her will to whom? Catherine, congratulations. That's correct. Her dog. That is correct. Catherine, congratulations. You have won the Starbucks, $12 million. Her dog's name was called Trouble. So there we go, Catherine. Okay, next question. Yeah, very wealthy dog, absolutely. Who is the world's largest landowner? See if you can figure that one out. Jane, congratulations, you got it exactly right. It's the US government. It's the US government, the world's largest landowner. The United States owns an awful lot of, the United States government owns an awful lot of the United States. Good guess though, guys. Bill Gates, yeah, that makes sense. Catholic Church, that's a really good guess too. Absolutely. But it is the US government. So there you go. Those are the next two. And that is Jane. Okay. Moving on. Next category. We have a Diamond Award. This is for a broker within our brokers who have sold more than $20 million worth of, again, an individual person who has sold more than $20 million. And this year, the award goes to, we have one person who met this category, and that's Dana Furlin. And Dana Furlin, my goodness, she had 38 closed sales. And talk about working your butt off. Dana, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. Congratulations. It is amazing. 38 sales. And this is by far, well, I shouldn't say by far, she has great years every year, but this was her best year ever. And yes, we do a lot of Matterports for Dana, and she is an example of what happens when you connect regularly with your sphere of influence and the people who provide you your business in the past. If you keep on connecting with them, they will keep on providing you with referrals and deals. And congratulations, Dana. That is just truly an amazing accomplishment. Oh, okay. Next trivia question. And in this case, I just have one. And actually, yeah, just one question right now. No, two questions. Excuse me, I have two. One might be easier than the other. For this first one, we're giving a $25 Macy's gift card. So I don't know if you guys can see that, $25 Macy's gift card. First question, let me turn on the blog, excuse me, the chat so I can see. What town did the Flintstones call home? Eric Andrews, congratulations. I think you were the first. Bedrock, yes. That's it, Bedrock. Congratulations, Eric. So that $25 gift certificate to Macy's is yours. Now this next question may be harder, and this will be for a $25 gift certificate to Target. So I have that right here. Eric, good job, Eric. You're going to give it to your wife. Good for you. That's smart. Okay, this question is a little challenging, but maybe not if you know it. Canadian blogger Kyle McDonald bartered his way in 14 online trades over the course of a year to a house. So he bartered, kept on bartering up. What item did he start with? I see an answer here. I got to go with Kathy because Robert, you've already won, but it's true. Kathy, you were the second, and it's a paperclip. In particular, it was a red paperclip. So this guy bartered, starting with a red paperclip, to the end after 14 trades over a year, he got a house. Talk about somebody who really knows how to make a deal happen. So congratulations, Kathy. You have the $25 gift certificate to Target. So congratulations on that. Write that down. Kathy. Awesome. Okay. Move on to the next. So every year we have an award that we've been giving out to the person that we determine is the rising star for the year. This is a person who has really done a phenomenal job in taking their business from one level to the next level. And it is, this year I like to really recognize this person who was actually relatively new to real estate and is not only working so hard for herself, but also for the team she's a part of, and that is Leah Russ. And Leah, congratulations on that. I can't say enough about how impressed I am with what you have done. Leah came on as part of the Dan Cardo team, has done a phenomenal job with Dan and Brian Davis and the three of them, and now with Courtney Latham as part of the group too, has done a great job in that, but she's also done so much on her own, building her own personal connections and her own personal deals. And phenomenal work, Leah. I mean, she epitomizes the person who really embraces doing a job. Not only does she do real estate in traditional, she does farms and ranches, she does residential, she also does commercial. She has done a number of leases over this last year. She's got some other leases in place. And so congratulations, Leah Ross. I am just amazingly proud of what you've done, and that is just wonderful. And I know with Courtney helping you, it's going to continue on. Your business is just going to expand this year as well. You've already started that year. So congratulations. The next thing we have to recognize, and this truly was an amazing sale. This is our top deal of the year. This happened early in the year, and I was extremely amazed at how this all came together because I know how hard she worked on this. Danielle, she has, this happened early in 2020, and she represented her buyers in a transaction of $5.45 million, which was a Johnson Road Farm top deal of the year. So congratulations, Danielle. I mean, that was truly amazing work. Learned so much about farms. She knows that in her back pocket now, and that was truly a tremendous sale. And I know that she has a lot of other things in the works right now too. So congratulations, Danielle. Okay, one more trivia. This is just going to be one, and this is for a $25 gift card to Amazon. This question is, this one you either know or you don't know, and it's kind of challenging. When I first read, I had no idea about this, but if you think about it, you probably will come up with it. So get ready here for your chat. Which famous skilled mason laid the cornerstone of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. in 1793? Anyone have an idea on that? I don't see anybody having any ideas so far. I don't think anyone knows. If we don't have an answer to that, if no one guesses correctly, I will give you the answer, and then we'll go on to something else. So far, no one has the answer. Courtney, yes, that's correct. It was George Washington. George Washington laid the cornerstone of the Capitol building. So congratulations, Courtney. Yeah, if you think about it, Washington was being built under the first, Washington, D.C. was being built during that time, and I guess it makes sense. I think when the Capitol was being built, perhaps George Washington was president. So anyway, that was the person who laid the cornerstone. So there you go. Actually, here's a trivia question. That's not a question, but just a statement. I don't know how many of you guys know, but the center of the rotunda in the Capitol building, there's a monument right there in the center. Brad and I saw it 3 years ago when we were in Washington, D.C. and had a chance to tour in that area. The thought process is right at the center of the rotunda. It was where Washington would be buried. They had planned on his crypt being right there. And he did not want to be buried there. When he died, he wanted to be buried at his home. So he is actually buried there at his home. But they have a monument. I'm assuming they have actually even a hollow out underneath that monument there. Kind of interesting. Okay, well, Emily, that's interesting. I didn't know that. She says that there are cat paw prints in the concrete behind one of the pillars in the center of the Capitol as well. I didn't know that. All right, moving on to our teams. So here we have a number of teams in Ben Premier, and our teams worked really, really, really hard this year. I've already mentioned the Dan Cardo team, which had a really great year. We have probably 7 teams within Ben Premier, and the teams, you know, they work hard together. They have to utilize each other to help them with their production, yet they combine their work and results can be phenomenal as a result of that. And we have, in this case, I have to acknowledge our 3 top teams for this year. The number 3 top team is Patty Service and Megan Service. And you guys are amazing what you do. You had 25 deals. Many of these are the 5th interests at Mount Bachelor Village, which is so much work to put together. And these 5th interests, you know, they're from $79,000 to $95,000. And also one of the things that they have been so good at is getting clients to recognize when you put the 5th interest together. So there's potentially 5 different people who own these homes, and putting them all together so you can sell a wholly owned condo. You know the work that goes into that? They've done that a number of times this last year and been able to sell a wholly owned condo, which is added value for the sellers. And it's just, it's so much work though to connect with these people, to get them all who don't know each other to agree to sell as a unit. So phenomenal, phenomenal work, Patty and Megan. I can't say enough about that. I know you guys have a lot of stuff in the works right now too. So congratulations. And those 2 5th interests that we just listed, was it Friday? They're already in contract. So way to go. The next top team for 2020, these people had 29 deals and amazing work, hard work, juggling family as well as working with your clients, and some challenging things with these deals. And I have to mention that this team, Jackie and Shireen, congratulations. I will never think of pack rats without thinking about Jackie and Shireen, and that sounds terrible, but that was a challenge that we had in one of their listings, pack rats. If you've never dealt with pack rats, these things are the most disgusting creatures that get into crawl spaces and foundations, and they're just a mess. And they had to deal with that and get a successful closing. And besides all the other work, hard work that they've done, we've learned a lot this year dealing with them with COVID, restrictions on evictions, and dealing with tenants and all kinds of interesting things. And work hard, support each other, amazing, amazing work. So congratulations to Jackie and Shireen. And the last team here we have to acknowledge, and my goodness, the top team for 2020, Jackie and Casey. 46 deals, 46. I mean, amazing, amazing. I mean, again, I don't know how in the world they were able to juggle all that work. They dealt everything from a 5th interest. Yes, they represented the buyer in a 5th interest that Patty and Megan represented the seller in, to development land, to business sales, to commercial and high-end residential. They do everything in between. I mean, it's amazing. We just had a closing with them yesterday or 2 days ago in Springfield. So 46 deals, pushing 30 million in closings. This is just truly an amazing team. And we see them already in the same mode. I think you guys have already had, what, 5 or 6 closings in 2021. So just truly amazing. You guys are phenomenal. All right. So moving on, our last trivia question. So this last one, we'll see how well you guys do with this one. Now, I think some of you probably would have a leg up over others on this one. This is also a $25 Amazon gift card. So, and the question here, and I got the chat on, is according to Feng Shui, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm not an expert there, Feng Shui, you guys can correct my pronunciation. The art of home placement. What 5 elements are needed in a harmonious environment? Anyone know? 5 elements needed in a harmonious environment. Yeah, Sherry, you've got 4 of them, but there's another one. Let's see. Let me see. No. Now you guys are missing one here. Yes, Megan. Megan, you've got it. Yeah, Kathy got it first, but she'd already won. So yes, it is answered. It is wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So there you go, Megan, $25 Amazon card. Congratulations. Yeah, again, that's not my forte, but congratulations, you guys. Awesome. Okay. Moving on to our very last category, and we have to acknowledge everybody here. These are our individual producers, and it was, like I say, our best year ever. You guys, I can't say enough about it. All the people who've done so well. We have awards. I have little trophies. I have trophies for everyone who's won here. So I'm going to be bringing those into the office. If you have a dedicated desk, I'll put them on there. And for those who don't have dedicated desks, come see us in the back office, and I'll be happy to hand them to you. So we have trophies for each one of you. This has been a phenomenal year, and like I say, I think 2021 is going to be just like that. Probably more challenges at the beginning of the year with lack of inventory being something we have to really struggle to find, but still, it's starting off with a bang. So here are our individual top producers. So the number 3 top producer for 2020, we have Sherry Ortega. So congratulations, Sherry. Again, consistently always working so hard, doing so well, always careful working with our clients, making sure everything is right with the clients, making sure their needs are met. So congratulations, Sherry. Phenomenal work, absolutely phenomenal work. Second top producer for 2020 is Kate Cushman. So congratulations, Kate. You are totally a rock star, work so hard, and I just enjoy so much talking with you about your deals, and it's hard for me to be able to help her. I can every now and then, because Kate has, what, 30+ years of experience in this. She educates me often. So congratulations to Kate. Congratulations, number 2 top producer. And then our #1 top producer for 2020, Dana Furlin. So congratulations, Dana. Over $24 million worth of closings, and that is truly an amazing accomplishment. So I can't say enough about it. I mean, every time I turn around, she's got something new going on. Something, she works so hard, is always so professional working with her clients. And I've learned so much also just listening to how she handles that. For instance, when Dana is showing property, she typically only shows 3 houses in a day to her clients because, first of all, the houses all jumble together. You can't remember the points of more than 3 houses at a time. It's also a way of scheduling her time. So I'm amazed how well she does in being able to balance her home versus her work and keep it all together. And it's truly amazing and an inspiration to be able to work with Dana and to work with all of you. You guys, I am just so thrilled with the people who have elected to hang their license with Ben Premier. I am honored at what you have done, the way we're able to help you with your transactions and hopefully keep on moving forward in 2021. And so congratulations to everyone. Thank you. And anyone have anything else to say before we break?
Thanks for doing this, Linnea.
Yes, thank you, Jackie. I hope that next year we'll be able to do it in a luncheon, just like before. I mean, that was so much fun doing it before. Megan, I love you. Out there, you're outside somewhere? Yeah.
I am. We're in Arizona.
Running errands, that's great. That's great, being outside, being able to do this. This is wonderful. So everyone, thank you so much. Yeah, we'll
Thank
be,
you, Linnea.
thank you. And
for all
we're
your
going to be,
support.
thank you. I have the trophies and I will put them out there on everyone's desk. And next week we are going, oh, Megan, you're in Arizona? No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Arizona, congratulations. Oh my goodness, on vacation, that's wonderful. Well, thank you for being plugged into us. Enjoying the sunshine. Now, I was wondering if you were here locally, that would be kind of cold to be outside like that.
No, it's not super hot, but I'll take it. 64.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, we'll be having some training on the new mobile app when it's ready. And next week, we'll be doing the market trends that we normally would have been doing this week. So outside of that, thank you guys. If you have questions or need help with anything, let us know. And that's right, Kathy, here's to 2021. Thank you, everybody. Okay.
Thanks, Linnea. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.